Welcome back to the Fab and Flashy Show where elegance meets empowerment, and we have real conversations to inspire women to thrive in every season. I'm honored to be joined by my friend Orlandina, IFBB Pro, women's physique bodybuilder, fitness expert, and an incredible example of what is possible at any age. Orlandina is known for her dedication, discipline, and grounded approach to training. Today, she's here to help us shift the conversation from how our bodies look to how our bodies function, and why building strength is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves as we age. Orlandina, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you for inviting me onto the show.
For those of us who may not know, can you share a little bit about your journey into bodybuilding and fitness and your perspective on training and how that's evolved over the years?
So I got into bodybuilding completely by happenstance. I used to love working out and training. And there was this particular coach at the gym that I trained, would always say, "You have the build for this." And for build for what? He said, "For bodybuilding." I'm like, I don't want to look like that because I didn't understand what it was and the different categories involved. I just kept picturing these big guys. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I finally went to a show and I saw these women. They look like track athletes in bedazzled suits, hair, makeup done. I was like, "Ooh, I like this. This is sexy. This is me." Oh, yes. Um,
These don't work.
I was like, "I could do this." So I started to train. And what was happening at the time is I was going through a very difficult time. I was going through a divorce. So it allowed me to find something else to focus on. I was finishing up grad school, going through a divorce, moving. So there was a lot going on. So it gave me a focal point. So went beyond just having a great body, but just really having a great mindset. And what happened is I became stronger physically, I became stronger mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And then so now as I got on the competition circuit, I started to compete. And within 15 months, I got my pro card, which is unheard of. That,
Yes.
right? It's unheard of. And the coach I had at the time, he's like, "Do you know what you've done?" I said, "I'm not quite sure what I've done, but I know it's for something greater than the stage." And I said, "God, you're going to lead me through this journey. I don't have any clue. I wasn't an athlete. Um, in school, as a child, even in college, I was a teacher.
Really? You weren't in
No,
sports?
I wasn't in any sports.
Why wouldn't I
I
guess?
was I was a nerd. I was all books and, gospel choir, all of that, never in any sports. So to get into something like this in my 30s, I'm teaching, it was just completely different. And it's exactly what I needed, something completely different to shift my mindset. And I'm thankful for it every day.
IFBB pros, and it's taken them years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took you 15 months.
15 months. That's why I said there's certain things in life that is set apart for you, and
Yes.
it may not always be what it looks like on the face, on the surface of it. There's always a deeper meaning. But for me to get it that quickly, I was like, okay, there's something more than this,
Something greater.
something greater.
Definitely. Now, as a pro athlete, how has your philosophy shifted when it comes to training women in midlife and beyond? Because, for a lot of us, some of us in this stage, we're finally getting past of, oh, I want to be the size I was, before I had my kids, and the way what I weighed in high school. Even for me, as I'm approaching 50, my focus, even though I still compete, my focus is more on my function, my balance, how I'm going to age, maintaining my independence, flexibility, and all those good things.
Yes, I will definitely say, now competing, I retired and starting to come back again into it. So we're starting, yeah, yeah. Shh, don't tell nobody.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I'm gonna get back into it. We started training again and getting back into it. But you're right. Your mindset changes. Like I said, I started competing in my 30s, and you're building muscle. I build muscle easily. That's just my physiology. But now as I'm getting older, I gotta train smarter because you get an injury. It doesn't sideline you for 2 weeks. It sidelines you for like months. So it's what I found. So what I see is, like you said, it's not about being the cutest person in the space. It's about being the healthiest person, being able to move, maintaining flexibility, maintaining being able to move. I ran up the stairs today. I was like, ran up 3 flights. I was like, all right.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So
Love it.
really your mindset does shift. Yeah, you want to be fit, yes, but the whole idea is to be healthy, flexible, longevity, because I want to be the cutest woman in the room as long as I can be. Be that cute, sassy little old lady. Yeah, that's me. That's what I want to be.
And I'm starting to finally see a shift overall, I started competing in my 40s, and when I was letting people know that I was competing, I mean, yeah, girl, I'm just on, I kind of walk on my lunch break because, girl, I don't want all the muscles. I don't want to like look like a man.
Yeah.
So we're moving from that finally.
Yes.
Um, but why is strength training just so critical for aging women? Especially when it comes to our daily life and long term health, because I think that stigma still is there
Yeah.
somewhat.
A lot of women, for whatever reason, because when I speak to women, I don't want to look like a man. When you tell them about strength training, they say, I don't want to look like a man. I think a lot of it is the what they see, the visual. Um, when they see the sports or fitness videos, it's women doing cardio, right? You rarely ever see a woman lifting a dumbbell, and if it is, it's like this little 5 pound dumbbell. And what I tell women, 2 pound dumbbells. I'm like, what exactly in your life that you're lifting that's 2 pounds? I want you to think back on it. Nothing. When you're picking up those bags of groceries, those are not 2 pounds. When you're picking up your child, that child is most definitely not 2 pounds. If you're pregnant, that child, the weight that it is not 2 pounds. Nothing in your life are you carrying that's 2 pounds at all. So you need to be able to lift those things. And as you said, that lifting is so good for our bones, ladies. When you hear osteoporosis, it's mostly women, not men. We have to be able to allow our bodies to build muscle. You're not going to look like a man. You never can because you don't have enough testosterone to do that. So when you go around saying, I just want to tone, I just want to tone, you want muscle. All right. That's what toning is. It's muscle. Stop it.
Hearing the word tone is just, oh, I
Hear
got to
no.
keep it in. It's like hearing the fingernails on the chalk.
I just want to tone. So you want muscle? No.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what that means.
that's what that means. But somebody came up with a really pretty word, tone. You're not a note. You're not a musical note. You want muscle. That's what it is.
That's what it is. As you were, sharing earlier, when you get injured, it's not just, okay, I'm just gonna rest a couple of days this Thursday. I'm gonna get back in the gym Monday. Doesn't quite work like that when we're older. So, we have to be mindful of, being able to maintain our strength. So, aging women, we deal with joint stiffness, we deal with muscle loss, hormonal changes, fatigue, imbalance. How should our training adapt to encompass this and meet these needs?
So when I was younger, I would lift heavy, right? Just because I can. Because I tell people I'm a bully in the gym. If it's not nailed down, I'm lifting it. Well, I have changed my mind. I go lighter, it's time under tension. I just slow my counts down, going down 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1, 2. Whatever it is, I spend more time under tension because ain't nobody got time to be injured and laid off because that has been there. If I don't move enough, I get injured. That's the other part of it. Because you're not moving enough, your muscles get tight. Now, any quick movement, you sneeze, oh, I pull my back because you're not active. So you have to be active. You just modify your movement. So if you're working with a personal trainer that's trying to have you lift the gym and you're 50 years old, find another trainer. Find another trainer.
Easy to.
Find somebody else. Find someone that understands that you're lifting to be better, to be stronger, so that you can move around when you go to BJ's and Costco's, because like everybody likes to go to those places, you can lift up The gallon of water, the gallon of water, whatever it is that you're
Yes.
listing. Yeah.
Just again, I'm so glad that there's more of a shift because I mean, not being funny, but you've ever seen people who they'll be on the treadmill 2 hours a day
I can't.
and they're wondering why they're not losing weight.
All right.
People really
We gonna tell you the truth. Brie and I are gonna tell you the truth. Do you know what people on the treadmill for 2 hours get? Skinny fat. Skinny fat. You know,
Yes.
get them little bat wings under there. I don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't got bat wings because we don't spend
Movements.
2 hours. Believe it or not, doing that much
Mhm.
cardio actually stresses your body out. It does because
Yeah.
it's this constant stress. And the thing is, as busy women, aren't you trying to be efficient? I know I want to be efficient. When you do cardio, the minute you step off, you stop fat burning. But when you put on muscle, that you become a continuous furnace. You can maintain your weight.
Yes.
You don't have to work as hard to maintain your weight. So these are the things that people need to understand. You spending 1,000,000 hours on cardio, I can just spend an hour working out. I'll burn more calories than you, and I'll still continue to burn when I'm walking out the door, waving at you on the treadmill.
'Cause after you're gasping for air for 2 hours, as
Yeah.
soon as you turn it off, that's it.
It's it, because your body just changes systems. When you're
Mhm.
when you're lifting, you're burning fat. Cardio, you're not. It's not the same system. It doesn't adjust the same way. So a little bit of both. You need the cardio for heart health, but you need the strength training to build the muscle, to tone, as you would like to say, if that makes you feel better, but to
Yeah.
also be efficient. So you
Yes.
to burn. Yeah. I think that yeah, ladies get off the treadmill. Enough.
Like,
Get off.
so what would you say, if a woman is over 40, what are the top 3 things that she should focus on first?
Strength training, training your core, and I would also say stretching and flexibility. I think that's underestimated. So even for me now, because like I said, I noticed things were getting tight. I was like, I started a stretching routine in the morning. So mobility, flexibility, super important. So you're not doing one of these, uh, you know, that's not cute, ladies.
How did I, added a more continuous stretching routine? Because I have to be honest, in the past, when I've had to get physical therapy for different things, you kinda do it a little bit and just kinda
Yeah.
stop, but I had a conversation with the physical therapist a few months ago when I had a little injury, and he was just like, "Yeah, that needs to be part of your daily routine constantly," and it's
Correct.
made a difference. It's made a
It does.
difference.
It
Yes.
really, really, really does. So I would say
Recover the same way. I mean, people look at you and just like, "Man, Orlandina, look at her arms,"
yeah.
but different.
It does. It does. Like right now I got a knot here. I'm like, okay, I gotta go get my lady to go and, do them because I have a woman that I go to get body work done. So just being really good about that. So strength training, I would say at least once to twice a week. Hire a personal trainer, people. Get someone who's reputable. Please, please do that. You're willing to invest. Listen, take all your Starbucks money, put it together. You know those shoes that you wanted to get? Don't get them just yet. Put that together. Put the coins together. Get yourself a reputable personal trainer. Take your time, research them so that they can work with you, so that you know what you're doing, and so your time is well used. Stop this. Let me walk around the gym. Let me figure it. No, you're not going to figure it out. You're an expert in your field, whatever it is that you do in your career. That person is an expert in their field. So I would say 3 things: strength training, definitely, stretching, mobility, flexibility, make that important, and I would say the 3rd thing is protein. We don't eat enough. We don't, and I don't mean
Right.
drinking the protein shake. I mean, like, eating your
Eating.
protein. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I don't think we as women do that enough. That's why our sugar cravings are off the meat rack. It's
I
crazy.
am so glad you harped on getting a trainer
Yes.
because, you know at our age, we've seen transition, there's a lot of information that's out there, which is a good thing, but it can also backfire. I had a coworker, she was doing some workouts online and, "Oh, girl, I'm not gonna get no training, girl, 'cause I found this workout." So, I think, getting a trainer, is something that you wanna do because she had a car accident and she had put on some weight and, she was just trying to, get back to where she was. So she found some routine on Instagram
Oh,
and it consisted of
Insta
jumping.
wrong. Insta wrong. This is exactly
She
what that is.
she couldn't work out for like 6 weeks. I'm thinking to myself, why would you do a routine that consisted of jumping when before you had the car accident, you weren't doing any jumping? But the person on Instagram is 25 years old.
Thank you. Jumping on these boxes, I'm like, where in your life are you doing that? Are you a firefighter? Are you a combat pilot? Like, what is it? Are you a combat? You're not doing anything in your life that requires you to jump 6 feet off of a box. I've seen some things on Instagram. Ladies, fam, please go hire a personal trainer. We are at an age
Please.
now where when you go to the restaurant, you want a certain type of service. Do we not? When you
Right.
go to a store, you want people to cater to you. Do you not? I know when I go on vacation, I want to be
Hotels.
hotels. I'm not staying in somebody's back room someplace. I'm not that age anymore.
Mm.
So, uh, give yourself that. Give yourself
Yes.
a professional personal trainer that can
Yeah.
create and design a program for you where you are. I'm all about haute couture, right?
Yes.
Design. So don't you want that to be too? Let your work be
Exactly.
haute couture, right? So
For you and do your
yeah,
research because
yeah,
sometimes someone can just kind of cookie cutter. They'll give you the same workout that they're giving a 25-year-old.
yep, yep. If they got a ton of clients, like a million, like a lot of clients, run because you're not
It's a
gonna
red flag.
right, it's a big red flag. Get somebody that only has a few clients. That way they're paying attention to you. I only have a few clients. I literally have 2 clients. That's it.
Okay.
I do that because first of all, I'm a teacher. I work. I have my radio show. So I can't give that, but I need to give the ladies that I work with quality time. So the
Mhm.
only way I can guarantee that is by keeping my roster very small. So find a personal trainer that is willing to do that and do your research. See how other people have done. But if they have you in a system where it's 30 women in a room and they no, run, run, but get a personal trainer. It shortens the learning curve. You'll get to where you need to get to much faster.
Yeah, because you'll be literally spinning your wheels
Correct.
if you try to just,
Try to do it yourself.
yeah.
I've been training. I've been in the gym since the age of 21. I
Yeah,
had to
I can't do this by myself.
know,
No.
and I deserve it. I want it.
Yes. Going through body changes and, midlife, you know, um, how can women reframe fitness away from the appearance and more towards mobility, confidence, independence, and that vitality? Because again, we're not young. So I think your priorities around fitness should shift.
I was watching the Super Bowl and Diana Ross was on the Super Bowl. This woman, I think she's in her 80s.
Yes, she's in her 80s.
She's in her 80s. You couldn't tell her anything. She had a fur coat hanging off her shoulder. It is brick cold. That woman was unbothered. And that is what I feel we need when we start getting into a certain age. You're not working out to be the 20-year-old. You're not 20, but you
Mhm.
want to be confident. You want to feel sexy. You want to be unbothered. So that means in being physically your best self. So working out for you. So you walk around, you feel good. You're not aching. You're not limping, your knee is not, oh, my knee, you're not doing all of that. So adjusting our mindset from being, I need to be this cute little, I'm not trying to be a cute little 25-year-old. You're cute. I'm a grown woman. So I need to know that when I'm walking confidently. That requires my back to be straight. When I get up, I stand up elegantly. That requires my knees to be strong. When I'm speaking with confidence. My chest needs to be up, right? So I am working out for that. to be confident, to be comfortable, so that when I'm seeing the 25-year-olds, I don't feel less than them. I feel like, listen, you need to, I'm giving advice. How am I going to advise a 25-year-old if I'm more frumpy? I can't. But I can advise a 25-year-old if I'm a confident 50 and I feel sexy and I can tell this
Auntie
20
said you need to do
Aunt,
this.
thank you. Auntie says, and she's looking at me, well, Auntie looks good. Auntie is confident because that's what attracts people. It's not the look. People think it's the physical. It's the confidence that a woman brings is what makes people go, oh, wait, who's that? So that has to be the shift in mindset, I believe.
Definitely agree. And so with that shiftness of the mindset, what does true fitness success look like for aging women? I just think there should be different criteria for that.
Yeah. I think that if you were to look at it physically, you shouldn't have anything aching, hurting. That's what I would say. That's one thing. Physically, you're not achy, you're not hurting, you're not stiff. I would say mentally, you feel good about your body. We should not be in a space where we're looking in the mirror and we don't even look at ourselves. You know, take your clothes off. Look at yourself in the mirror and go, "Ooh." Give yourself that. I think that, and if you don't like what you see physically, there are people that are out there to help you. If you want to lose a few pounds, if don't worry at that magic number 10. I don't know who came up with this magic number 10.
Yeah.
Everybody want to lose 10 pounds. Everybody wants to lose 20. Man, where you get this number from? You might lose 10 pounds. You might lose 5 pounds and be where you need it to be. So if you want to lose weight, you want to make some changes, hire someone. Stop doing the Instagram. Stop looking up workouts. Hire somebody. You're at that space now. You deserve that. You invested in your child's cheer camp. Now it's time for you to invest in you.
Yes. I
So,
like what you said about you could get there at 5 pounds because when I tell people will ask me how much I weigh, they're shocked.
yeah.
Well, I thought you were smaller than that. No.
Oh,
For real? Bro, she weigh more than me.
yes. When I tell people, I'm like, how much you weigh? I weigh 150 pounds. They're like, what? It's how I carry it. It was because
Yes.
it's mostly muscle. Why?
Right.
Because I took the time to train. So when people think that this number means nothing. It's how you wear it. And you'd be surprised. And I've had clients lose 5 pounds and they feel the weight of the world has fallen off their shoulder because
Yes.
they've been able to do something that they weren't able to do. And now it pushes them. I had another client after working with her. You know what her biggest takeaway was? She started her own business.
Wow.
Started her own business because she saw if I can do this, it opened up avenues. It opened her eyes to what other things she'd held herself back from.
Gave her that
It
confidence.
gave her that confidence. So I would say the biggest thing is when you're making these changes, what is it doing to your confidence level? Because it will it'll be more pervasive when you look at it that way, I believe.
I like that. You know, it may have been a while. I would imagine she wasn't a younger woman
No.
doing that. So what would you say to people who kind of restrict themselves, put themselves in a box? Oh, I've gained, XYZ pounds since high school, it's too late for me. What would you say to the woman who feels that she's too old to start?
I'm gonna tell you what my dad says. You know when it's too late? When you're under the ground and you're 6 feet there and you're cold and stiff. That's when it's too late. As long as you got breath in your lungs, you got movement in your body, it is not too late. You go out, you go for a walk. When I say watch what you eat, literally just say, I always tell my clients, you want to know when to eat, when you should eat or shouldn't eat something, ask yourself, am I honoring my temple? If you ask it, am I honoring my temple? The answer is no, don't eat it. Or don't go near that person either, because they're people too. There are
Oh, yeah.
people around you that cause you so much stress and anxiety, it puts weight on you because of the cortisol, right? So it's never too late to make changes in your life until you're 6 feet under and you're cold and stiff. Then you can't do anything, right? but you can always make a shift. You can always make a change, and
Absolutely.
because you this body was designed for a purpose. God has designed you and put you on this earth for a purpose. And as long as you've got breath in your body, you can you can complete that purpose. So once you find what it is, you know you need this body to fulfill it.
It's just a date on the calendar.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it. Put it on the calendar and just say this is my time. And again, I can't say it enough. Hire somebody.
Yes.
Just hire somebody because you sitting here trying to figure it out. It makes you feel overwhelmed, right? You feel anxious. You're trying to maybe this diet or maybe that diet or maybe this workout. You're doing all of that. Hire somebody. Guess what? They do all of that. And all you got to do is show up
Mm-hmm.
because they're the
Take the guesswork out. And just because you might have known someone and that person can be your age, that may have worked for them. It may not work for you.
correct. And it's okay. That's why you have a billion diets and a billion go diet. Look at these books. Go into the bookstore. How many books they have on different diets? Why? Because if one diet worked, they wouldn't need to do that. Everybody
Yes.
has a different body type. How he
Right.
needs to eat, how I need to eat. I have to eat low carbs, high fats. That's my
Mhm.
body. That's what it likes. If I do it the opposite direction, I don't feel good. I'm tired. I'm lethargic. But somebody else needs high carbs, low fat, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody focusing on you, they'll help you figure it out. And once you figure it out, you're good to go. Yep.
Now, what's next for Orlandina?
Mm. Orlandina is going to compete this year. She's going to do a pro show. Orlandina is definitely going to do a pro show this year. And Orlandina,
Yes.
yep. So she's doing a pro show. Um, the other thing is Orlandina wants to grow her radio station, her radio show. I have a radio show called Life Beyond the Finish Line where I interview athletes and elite professionals because they all share the same mindset. Continue to grow that and continue to speak like this. Go to organizations, go to churches and speak on the importance of wellness. Be that educator and to bring them bring them this information so that they know, hey, it's out there and this is where you can go look. So I love speaking. I feel like I'm God's little storyteller and I just want to put it out there, the importance of taking care of our temple so that we can fulfill our purpose.
You don't have a large client base, but just share with the viewers how they can connect with you and
So you can connect with me. You can go to my Instagram or you can email me, oballin@thefitterwoman.com. oballin@thefitterwoman.com. And primarily what I do is I love coming out to do speaking events and speaking engagements, especially in the corporate space, showing people how to bring balance. So I always say balance, achieve, and flourish. So if you can find that balance, I can help you to do that. And we work as a group. I love hands-on activities because I'm an educator. I'm a teacher, so I come in, I bring in fun activities. But at the end result is to help you to create a habit of making time for yourself so that you can be successful in your professional space. And I've been invited to come and speak and, MC and host events. And I love connecting with people. That's my thing.
yes.
Yes. So you can definitely reach out to me that oballin@thefitterwoman.com.
Orlandina, this conversation has been so empowering and is much needed.
Thank you
Thank
for having me.
you.
I really
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for reminding us that aging does not mean declining.
Yes.
It means evolving, strengthening, and thriving. You've shown us that fitness isn't about chasing you. It's about protecting our future, preserving our independence, and honoring our bodies. To every woman watching, it's not too late. Your body is capable and your strength is waiting. Thank you again. And to everyone, be blessed and be empowered.